Hello everyone, this is Cheryl the Craft Nut 32 and I'm here today creating a card. This is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. I'm going to be using some distress inks, or distress oxides rather, Seedless Preserve, Forest Moss, and Faded Jean. I'm going to be using this Ulta News stencil. It is the Leaf Burst stencil, and I'm going to be creating that with some ink, or creating this card rather, with the stencil and some ink blending. So I'm going to start off with some Forest Moss, then I'm going to blend it out into the Faded Jean and then into the Seedless Preserves. So now that I'm done with the ink blending, it is time to clean up the stencil, but first look how beautifully those colors blend together. I think this stencil is so pretty and I just love that color combination. So once it's cleaned, I'm going to place it back right over top of the inked pattern. I'm going to grab some Nouveau drops. I guess they're not drops, but it is the shimmer paste. And I'm going to spread that right over top of the pattern. And this Nouveau paste is in the color of Moonstone. So I'm going to take quite a bit. I'm going to hold my stencil still and I'm just going to spread as much as I can right to the very edges of that pattern. I'm just going to create a sparkly hue over top. The color still comes through and it's just such a beautiful pattern. Now that I'm done with the shimmer paste, I'm pulling up the stencil and the color is just beautiful. The glimmer is awesome, but there is some bleeding from the leaf to leaf there at the edge. The pattern wasn't down as secure as it could have been, and so I just pulled out a tag and some black cardstock. I'm going to use that happy birthday sentiment from the Ulta News happy birthday stamps, and I think I'm just going to try to cover it up. However, taking a closer look at the stencil itself, the glimmer paste has a lot of glitter in it, which is causing some scrapes and causing my stencil to just kind of be a little wonky. And I've used it twice now with the glimmer paste, and I'm just really noticing it's not laying as flat as it did when I first got it. So I've decided this time I'm gonna try the card over again. However, this time I have some painter's tape and I'm gonna tape down the paper and the stencil. I have the same 3 colors of the Distress Oxide inks, so I'm just going to create a second card to see if taping it down will prevent any of that glitter from spreading across the card. Just like the previous card, I'm pulling up the stencil, cleaning it, and I'm going to place it right back over top of the leaf pattern. I'm grabbing the Nouveau Glimmer Paste and I'm going to spread it over top. All of the glitter is over the card. It's time to pull it up and clean off the stencil, and this time it is just beautiful. The color is beautiful as well as the glimmer paste is right where it should be. The card pattern is crisp and I love it. So I'm trimming it down. I got a little bit of ink and glitter on the edge and I'm getting ready to create my card. I'm going to mat it on some black cardstock. I'm going to create a black base as well. I have that happy birthday sentiment stamp set from Ulta News, and I'm pulling out some white embossing powder. I'm going to trim my black card down. I'm going to create a banner. I have my Stamp Perfect, and I'm going to stamp a happy birthday sentiment. I've heat embossed my happy birthday sentiment. I've trimmed it with my paper trimmer, and now I'm just putting a little tail on it to create a banner. So I have all of my pieces so far right here ready to go. I'm just placing them. I'm going to grab some dry adhesive with my ATG gun, and I'm going to assemble my card. Now I'm just finishing up placing that banner. I used some foam tape to pop it up, and now I'm grabbing some sequins and some little hearts that I found in the $1.50 bin at Michael's. I'm placing some sequins around the card, but quite quickly I'm realizing they're too big and chunky, so I'm going to these little hearts, which are shiny and perfect, and I love how the black ties in. I'm going to place them around, and I'm using some multimedia matte glue to position them, or just to adhere them rather, and that finishes off the card. I love how this card turned out. It is so sparkly. I love the color combination of the Distress Oxide inks, and the font for the happy birthday is really pretty too. Thanks for sticking around to the end. The first card was kind of a bust. I kept it, and hopefully we'll figure out what I'm going to do with it one day. But for now, that is the card. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye!